I want to start by saying this is not clickbait. These are real places with real people. And the numbers we're about to share are frightening. Today, we pair stark statistics with claymation scenes to humanize the data. Feel the weight of these figures, but also the context behind them. In 2025, rankings shifted. South African cities top many global crime index lists. Pietermaritzburg and Pretoria rank among the highest by perceived crime. Different metrics exist: crime index, homicide rate, and specific offense patterns. We'll explore 10 cities often cited as most dangerous through data and lived reality. We explain the drivers, who is affected, and why rankings look the way they do. We travel across North America, Africa, and South America. North America, Africa, South America. This is about awareness, not sensationalism. We stay honest and blunt. These are heavy stories that matter. By the end, you will connect stats to human lives. Let's get into it. Note: some 2025 indices differ from past homicide rankings. We combine multiple indicators and recent reporting. Our focus: Tijuana, Caracas, Acapulco, Ciudad Guayana, Maturin, Durban, San Pedro Sula, Port Elizabeth, Memphis, and Salvador. Chapter 1. Viewer discretion advised. We avoid graphic depictions and keep events non-graphic. Tijuana, the cartel battleground. Tijuana faces one of Mexico's highest homicide rates, driven by cartel conflict and trafficking routes. Neighborhoods become contested territory. Civilians navigate daily risk. Limited capacity and corruption allegations can create vacuums criminals exploit. Communities organize for safer blocks, but scale makes progress slow. High homicide skews business, health, and public space. Caracas boasts a very high crime index, covering theft, scams, and violent crime. Common threats include pickpocketing and scams. Kidnappings and armed attacks persist in some districts. Economic crisis erodes institutions and public services, amplifying insecurity. Yet culture and community endurance remain vibrant. Acapulco's image contrasts with violence tied to trafficking and extortion. Tourism downturn squeezes livelihoods, raising vulnerability to recruitment. Short-term crackdowns without social programs can inflame tensions. Behind statistics are workers and families longing for safety. Homicide rate is a blunt but painful indicator of harm. Next, industrial hubs under strain. Ciudad Guayana, Maturin. Two cities, shared pressures. Ciudad Guayana shows a high crime index, driven by gang crimes and home invasions. Industrial and mining assets attract illicit networks and smuggling. Control over routes fuels violent disputes. Criminal incursions disrupt commerce and mobility. Public trust in shared spaces erodes. Maturin's high crime index reflects frequent robberies and assaults. Ambush-style thefts heighten day-to-day unpredictability. Businesses face extortion. Informal security proliferates. Resource constraints and delays weaken accountability. Structural hardship links to crime exposure. The human toll: disrupted livelihoods and constrained childhoods. Grassroots responses emerge, but are often outgunned. Numbers describe patterns. People live consequences. Next, Durban and Port Elizabeth. South African cities dominate 2025 crime index headlines. Inequality, unemployment, and gang activity intersect. Chapter 6. Durban's low safety score and spikes in murders signal serious challenges. Beauty and economic role can feel distant from daily risk. Organized theft and gang conflicts feed insecurity. Policing is uneven across districts. Port Elizabeth, officially Keberha, faces home invasions and armed robberies. Crimes in private spaces deepen trauma and fear. Community patrols grow. Private security rises. Costly, uneven. Justice delays weaken deterrence. Property values fall. Freedoms shrink. Inequality and unemployment underpin risk. Sustainable safety requires social investment and opportunity. Metrics reflect lived harm and areas to target. Next, San Pedro Sula, then Memphis, and Salvador. 3 cities, 3 contexts. Chapter 7. Depictions remain non-graphic. San Pedro Sula's crime index remains high due to entrenched gang influence. Extortion and risky commutes shape daily choices. Programs help, but gains are fragile without jobs. Memphis ranks high in U.S. violent crime, though lower globally. Concentrated poverty and strained services drive violence clusters. Integrated strategies, education, jobs, housing, reduce risk. Community partnerships matter. In Salvador, vibrant culture coexists with high violent crime. Disputed territories and drug corridors drive conflict. Youth opportunity is key to lowering homicide. We've walked through 10 cities where crime reshapes life. Claymation plus statistics, so the stakes feel human. Rankings aren't moral judgments. They signal where help is needed. High crime indexes reflect layered failures: economic, political, social. Solutions take time and must be locally led and funded. Build opportunity, education, jobs, housing, support organizations, and advocate smarter policies. Thank you for engaging with difficult realities. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep the conversation going.